people, it's still MS Live with Mac Milton, and I have my next guest in the studio. I know this girl way back, and she goes by the name Arabella.
Yes,
Arabella,
sir.
you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
I think you were here last year.
Yes, I was here.
I think it's almost 9 months now.
Yeah.
And that wasn't me, it was my brother
Yes.
who was hosting the show. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's not here.
Yeah.
So right now I'm the new host, and it's nice to have you on the show.
Nice having you.
Nice
too.
to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
How are things going on?
Well, we're cool.
You are cool. Okay.
You know, the fact is, we are not happy about how things are going for
You
us.
are not happy.
I am not happy.
Why are you not happy?
Because I think I've been putting in a lot of work. Like I mentioned this everywhere I go. I've been every year, each and every year, since you knew me, from that time till now, every year I have been releasing, every year I've been, shooting good music videos. But still, the industry does not want to accept us. People don't want to stream my music.
Really?
Yes.
But what might be the issue?
Well, I don't know.
Because
Unless
if
they
you
tell
have been
me.
doing for quite some time, you have been dropping good music, giving us good videos.
Yeah.
What is the problem? That
Giving you
to-
like promotion, make sure whatever that I do, I
Yes.
promote it very well.
So what is the issue?
I don't know unless they tell me what I'm not doing right. Because as an artist, I know whatever that I'm supposed to do as an artist, my part I am doing it. But
Okay.
the acceptance is still not coming.
So right now, what are you looking for? Is it that you're looking for a hit song, or you want people to recognize you for your craft? I think people are beginning to recognize you for what you do.
Yeah, they have. But we want them to, make the song a hit. I want my name to be a household name where my name, whenever you mention Arabella, everybody knows. But it does not, it's not limited to just the industry people. The industry knows me, yes. That one,
Okay.
I won't say they don't know me. They know me. But I want my name to be a household name where, even a little
Girl can mention my name, dance to your music,
exactly.
and everything.
That's what we are looking for.
But one thing I want to know is that, Arabella, are you on the record label?
I'm not.
That means you're an independent
Artist. Trying to find my way.
That means you don't have any publishing deal when it comes to distribution.
No. I
Don't you think that might also be the cause of it?
It is a part. It's part of the issue, It's part of the issue. And should it always be an empire that needs to hold an artist? I think over here in Ghana, we have few record labels. Few of them.
Okay.
And then the few of them can't handle all the artists.
Okay.
You get it? What I think Ghanaians need most right now is investors. People who understand our business, people who would, love to invest their money in artists. Because when you go somewhere and you mention to people, I'm an artist, I want you to support me, they'll be like, how am I going to get my money? That's the first thing. If I should invest in an artist, how am I going to? You hear people like, oh, I even invested in some artist some years ago, but I didn't get the money. I didn't know how it went and all of that. So I think we need investors. We need to educate investors how to, how they get their money, how, they don't need to see the music business to be something that's like, when you invest your money, it's a waste of time.
But do you also think being a lady in the music space is very tough?
Very. It is extremely tough. Extremely tough for us. When the men drop something and, it's good, they drop good music video. Supposing to say that I was a guy, that the industry has seen me, hustling all the time, trying to put my music, they would have, they would have jammed to your music. They would have just say, like, there would be an agenda to say, let's just push this girl. Okay. But because I'm a girl, it's in the mind of somebody like, maybe some guys, chopping hair over there, so let's just leave her to hustle. Meanwhile, that's not the case.
But is that notion true?
It is not. Some of us are really, really struggling for real, and it's not, it's nobody's money, yeah? Some will look at you and be like, no, some guy be naman is kind of there. It is my sweat, it is my hustle.
Your hustle.
There is no sugar daddy anywhere giving me the money. So please, I need
But
you
one
to
thing
support.
is that, why do people assume that if a lady is not on a record label, if a lady is an independent artist, that means there's a
even
big
if you're on
man
a record
supporting the
label, they
artist?
feel your record label boss is having something to do with you.
Really?
Of course. this thing I'm not supposed to even sit here and say.
Okay.
Even if you're on a record label, they feel like, oh, this person is, look how Wendy suffered in the hands of, look how Ebony suffered in the hands of, Ghanaians.
Okay, I want to ask you something. What is your worst experience being in the music space? You have been doing this for 5 years.
Yeah.
That means professionally.
Yeah.
What is your worst experience?
My worst experience is when I had to, go talk music with somebody, and then me in my head, I've dressed, I'm waiting for like a business meeting, and then when I went, the whole meeting is something else. Of course.
And how do you deal with
and sometimes it feels like when those issues comes in, you go back home and then you feel like, oh, should I stop this thing?
Okay, but I want to get a clear picture. Something like what? Like you said, you went to have a meeting with this person, and the person...
There are millions of people that I sit with them, discuss music business.
Okay.
You said they are interested, but immediately I go there now. So now I'm going to stop doing makeup.
Arabella,
I'm going to stop doing makeup and do, dressing good, because I think that's where the problem is.
It's not like, okay, you went there, you want to discuss music.
Yeah.
And they were talking about something else. We want to know what else were they talking to you about?
Get into your pants. Apart from that, what else?
Really?
Of course.
That's very sensitive.
And people are very brave to tell you that. These ladies, before I invest in you, if I don't, if I don't date you, I can't do it, because they would, in their heads, when ladies, get their hit song, or when they become famous enough, they start, being bossy and all of that. And they feel like when it gets to that point and then they are not dating you, they cannot control you. Okay. That's how a lot of people think, and which is not true. Some of us are very professional. Some of us, before getting into music, I was working with MTN, so I know when it comes to, professionalism, when it comes to, ethics, ethics of work. So I will not go, mix feelings
business with pleasure.
You get it.
But you said producers.
Is it produce? No, we've passed that level. We've passed that level of
some
producers.
Of the producers you feel like they have made advance on you? Can you name them?
Oh no.
Why? But I feel like you have to stand for the lady. You have to speak for them.
Yeah, we need to
Someone
to
has
speak
to be
out.
bold to speak up.
But I would not want to tarnish anybody's image. You get it? They've worked hard to get. And whatever that I'm saying right now, everything depends on me as a female.
Okay.
When you approach me, am I going to do it? So if you are a lady out there, you are doing music and they are approaching you and you want to do it, that's your business. But, for me, I'll keep on saying no. And at a point, if I feel like I want to say yes, I'll say yes.
But is it frustrating at times?
Very frustrating. Like I was telling you, had a music, had a business meeting with somebody, you go and then the whole thing changes. Sometimes you're having the hope that, this one day is going to work. And immediately you get there, everything changes. You come back home and you feel like, should I stop this and go and find something to do? Because after all, if I have my certificates and then I can go back to the corporate world if I want to.
But was it a point that you felt like giving up on music?
Yeah. I've been depressed before.
Really?
When one guy that, he's in the States, he knows himself, this issue that I'm with. I trusted him so much because he said he was going to work with me. And then I was with him for almost 2 years, thinking that he was going to work with me. At that time, I had several approaches from people. And
you were with him for 2 years. Was it a record label? What was
it? It was not a record label. He promised me that he was going to come back. He was going to come to Ghana here and then support.
That means there was, let me say, it was a verbal agreement.
It was a verbal agreement.
Okay.
And then me, in my head, I had a label. So if you approach me, no, I have somebody that, will do everything professional. So,
but one thing is, how was the communication between you and the person? Because if the person is not still around, there's no problem getting to talk to other people, try to weigh your options. How was the communication between you and the person?
So me seated right now, like seated with you here. When I came into the industry, I would say I was very naive. I didn't know a lot of course, I didn't know a lot. I was very young when I came, I didn't know anything.
So how old were you when you got into
should I mention? Then people start calculating.
No, we are not going to calculate.
They are going to calculate. I was very young when I entered into the industry. I was so young.
In your early 20s?
Yeah, I was so young. I didn't know a lot. I didn't know, me, even before I entered, I thought, you know, when you release a song now, you've gotten a hit song. I was so naive. So I didn't know a lot of things. If that time was then, it's like it's today, I don't think I would have lost a lot of opportunities that a lot of opportunities that I lost then. I'm not sure. Because I trust with his words, oh, I'll come back, I'll do this for you, yeah. And then, you know, as young as I was, he would send you like some 2K, 5K, and then you are so happy to think you're doing the music.
But do you look back and regret?
Yeah, I do. I wish before I entered, I had a teacher, I had somebody who really, you know, sat me down to show me this, blah, blah, blah. I never had that. Me, I got on the street and then started learning from the street.
Okay, so if a young lady approaches you and says, Arabella, I want you to coach me, I want you to give me advice, what are you going to tell the person?
You know, go learn the music business before you think of entering.
So since you are in the music space, that means the person is like, I don't know how to even put it. You are in the music space and the person approach you. The person doesn't have money to go learn the music business. What advice are you going to give the person? Apart from go and learn about the music business.
Listen, if you don't have money, don't even try of venturing into music because it is very expensive. That's the truth. It is very expensive. Unless you just want to come out there and then just be singing with your phone every time. And that one, if you're lucky, you get somebody to hold you. But the truth of the matter is, it is difficult to shoot good music video. It is difficult as an artist for you to step out every day. Like I'm saying today, I didn't do makeup. If I had to do makeup, you know, buy fuel in my car, you know, move, it's a whole lot of investment on its own.
Sorry to cut you. How much does it cost you to shoot a music video? Since you shoot quality videos.
Yes. A proper music video, now you're talking about, you know, 30K, even that is less, 30, 50K. 30, 50K. And if you want to shoot a visualizer, that one we are talking of maybe a 12K or 10K.
That means you use your own money.
Yeah.
But Arabella, you're not on the record label. So how do you fund your own music?
I am working.
Yes, I want to understand because you are not on the record label.
Yes, I'm not on the label. And that is difficult and that is very frustrating for me because I keep investing money and I'm not getting money back. You want to know how I get my money?
We'll talk, the viewers want to know.
No, they you know, it's hot on the streets. You're on the streets, you know, hustling, struggling.
I want to know. Me too, I want to make money. I want to get into music. So I want to know how,
Please, I'm not making money out of music, so don't think
because the names you are mentioning for your videos, like the money you are mentioning, like
yeah, so I like this it's almost 50K. It's our video, yeah.
So you are working. So okay, apart from music, what else do you do?
I do buying and selling.
Buying and selling. So
what do you want to know?
I want to know.
There is nobody here.
Okay, buying and selling. What product do you sell?
Oh, I sell shoes, I sell clothes and all of. I'm serious. I do.
To raise that money for that video.
You know, that one alone can't also do that. So I get support from family.
Family too?
Yeah, family.
Okay, but you said you have been doing it for 5 years. Don't they get fed up?
My mom one time called me and said, I'm adding to now go back to MTN. Because when I was working there, at least I was earning something every month and it was good. But now, you know, you keep on taking from them and there is nothing for it.
Okay. But do you like to collaborate with other artists?
Of course. That collaboration issue, we'll talk about it next time, not today.
I want to know, how many artists have you collaborated with?
I think one emerging artist like myself.
So apart from that person, you have not collaborated with any
I have been working. I've been working on this thing for years. God knows. They won't tell you they won't do it, but somebody can keep your song for a whole time, and then we're not.
So can you mention some of the artists you have reached out to that I want to collaborate with you, and the person made you send your music, but they never got back to you?
A lot of them.
We want to know some one or two people.
You know, I hate dragging people because.
It's not like you're dragging the person.
Of course, immediately I mention anybody's name here, we'll be sitting on the internet and then people will be talking about it. I feel like it's everything is left for them.
But
it's either they say yes, I'll do it, or if they don't do it, you can't do anything to them.
But do you think it's right?
It's not.
They don't get back to you. They don't give you a response.
I think it's a very disrespectful way of, I don't know how to, I don't want to. It is very disrespectful when you have to, send your music to somebody. If you won't do it, just go ahead and tell them, oh, Arabella, due to A, B, and C, maybe your numbers, blah, 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 I can do.
But I know one thing, I'm very curious to know that, like, the name of the artist. Are they really
I'll tell
big?
you, yeah, big artists, mainstream artists. Mainstream artists.
Which word does his name start with?
Oh, there are many of them. So if when I'm done, I'll tell you. I'll mention. I don't want to drag.
But why don't you want to tell the viewers?
The viewers, because tomorrow they will be like, hey, it's going to turn a whole lot of issue, and me, I like my peace.
But don't you feel like collaboration too can also pave the way for you to gain the recognition you want?
Exactly. People, you approach people, and it's not like you want this thing for free. Charge me, and I'm willing to pay. They will take it, blah, 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 blah. There was one that was, very open and told me the amount that he was charging.
Okay.
Yes. And I think with that one, I'm glad. That one, my money was not up to, and then I'm still trying to get my money so that I go and then have that.
So can you give me a figure? The figure that the artist
now people
wanted?
are taking, 30K.
And who is that artist?
You still want me to mention him, but I'm not.
But you said other people don't want to collaborate with you.
Yeah.
But this person wants to collaborate with you.
Yeah.
But the person gave you a figure that you are trying to gather that money to get that collaboration.
Yeah.
So I think there's no harm telling us the name of the artist.
I wouldn't want to. Maybe, there was, he can come back at me and say, oh, but I didn't tell you to go and sit on TV and say this. You get it. I don't want to.
But I think you guys have not gone through with the contract, and there's no any.
We don't have any contract yet.
Yes.
Yes, we don't. But I'm just trying to stay in my lane. I don't want any trouble for myself. I don't want any trouble for myself.
So you have. Okay, let's get into your new song.
Yeah.
Lonely.
Yeah, Lonely.
What inspired the title? What inspiration behind the title of the song?
Even though a lot of the writing.
But first, then, are you lonely?
I'm very lonely. People, even the viewers watching us right now, deep down, people are out there smiling every time, having fun. But when they go to their beds, a lot of people are lonely. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of people are going through shit, and then there's nobody to even talk about, issues with them.
Okay. So what's your definition of lonely? Is it true? I want to get it very well.
My definition, in my music, I was actually, dedicating everything to one guy. But my definition for lonely is not just about a man. You can, every human, you can be lonely in a lot of, situations. Sometimes you just want people to talk to, and then there is nobody to, talk to. Me like this, every time I'm by myself, thinking about how to do stuff and all of that. And there is nobody.
Okay, so when you're lonely, what do you do?
I listen to music. Or
you listen to music?
Yeah.
Okay. So who produced the song?
It was produced by Delo, and then it was mixed by Dr. Ray, and then it was mastered by U-Beat.
U-Beat,
Yeah.
Okay. But how long did it take you to record the song?
Oh, this song, it's one of my songs that I made somewhere 2020 or 2021. I have millions of songs that.
Millions?
Yes.
Millions?
A lot of songs.
Hey, Charlie, then every day they record.
I have, before starting this whole thing professional, I used to go to the studio every day recording. So I have a lot of songs that when I enter into my archive, I can, bring a whole album or maybe 2 or 3 albums.
But have you released any projects?
I'm trying to put out a project, and it's the collaboration that is delaying this whole thing.
Okay.
The collaboration.
Because I think you have been releasing singles back to back.
Yeah,
back to back.
I have 8 singles out now.
8 singles out now. Okay, so 8 singles.
Yeah.
Okay. So how's the reception of the song? How are people receiving it? How are people gravitating to it?
People are now really embracing it the way I thought they will.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe they want me to go back to my high life thing. We are still, holding the high life thing in high esteem. So I've not left it behind.
So I know you for doing high life music.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to divert and get into this whole Afro beats?
I think I have this. I have my fans, I think I have people in who also appreciate Afrobeat music. So I decided to show them that I'm versatile. Whatever that you want from me, Arabella can deliver.
Arabella can deliver.
Yeah.
So Arabella, can you give us your social media handles?
The name is Arabella Ghana on all social media platforms. And when you go on the DSPs, the name is Arabella. Arabella. Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? That's your camera. Tell something to your fans.
Hi, Arabians. You know I love you.
Arabians.
Yes, I've got them. I represent them everywhere. That's the name right there.
Arabians.
I love you so much. Keep supporting, the movements. We are not stopping until we make it.
So give Arabians some little bit freestyle before you leave.
Okay. I want to hold you. I want to keep you in my hand. I love the way you hold me down. I want to show you love for life. I want to love you. I want to kiss you now. Yes, you're done yet,
Arabians!
I
hope you can feel the melody by Arabella. Charlie, guys, unfortunately, we have to wrap up. This is MS Live. I go by the name Mac Milton. You can follow us on all social media platforms. MS34GH, hashtag MS Live. Catch you on the other side. Love conquers all. Peace. I'm out.